everyone, Jennifer here. Hope you guys are all doing okay. Hope you're hanging in there during quarantine. I know we're literally hanging in there. That's about all I can say. My hair is getting half of your screen. It's getting so big. I'm ready for my first haircut. We also have this huge project. I'm literally sitting on the floor on a sleeping mat next to my flooring. You can see my house is like literally a huge mess right now, but we got our cabinets painted. My husband did a really good job. A lot of people ask me like, oh, was it easy? And I'm like, trust me, if my husband and I were able to do it, you can do it, because we are not super handy people, but my husband did a really good job. I thought it'd be more helpful and that he would help me, but in the end, he actually just did a better job than I did. So I was like, you just take this and run. So yeah, he painted the cabinets white, and we did gray around the ceiling, or the rest of the room. Like, we painted all of that, and the front entryway and the bathroom. In the light, it looks a little blue, but it's gray. And then we have our flooring down here that hopefully we're gonna start laying today, so I can see the light at the end of the tunnel as far as our project goes. So the kids and I, we were sleeping in the tent the last few nights. Actually, we skipped one night, and I regret it, because I was like, okay, last night's gonna be our last night, and the wind was so bad that it popped two of the corners out of the stake, and I probably could have just re-staked the whole thing, but it was just like blowing like crazy and falling apart, and I was like, there's just no way I wanna sleep like that again. So we had to hurry and take the tent down last night. It's actually sitting in the garage. It was so windy I couldn't even fold it to fit it in the bag. So that's the end of the tent for now. We'll do it again. We like to do that a lot over the summer. We love to camp, both like real camping in the backyard. So we'll do that again. That was a lot of fun, and the kids like that. But I didn't have a chance to I had 2 more videos I wanted to talk to you guys about. So I had 2 other videos planned to watch in the tent. We ran an extension cord and I did them off my laptop. The Wi-Fi didn't quite reach. Most of these movies that I mentioned for you guys I have on DVD. So the first movie is How to Eat Fried Worms, which is actually a book. It was a book I remember my mom reading to me when I was a little girl. And it was so fun and gross at the same time that when the movie came out, I was really excited to show it to my kids, because I remember reading the book. So if you're someone that likes to read to your kids and get your hands on a copy of it, I would say read it with your kids. Read it outside, read it to them at bed, and then watch it. But it's kind of fun, and it's kind of that earthy, talk about outside and worms and the fun different ways they come up to cook the worms and eat them. I also think it's funny. I had a friend that this kind of happened to her daughter, and I was like, oh my gosh, I totally did the same thing when I grew up. But I had all guy friends growing up, and I'm pretty sure I ate a worm once or twice, because it was that the guys run around scaring the girls with the worms, and I was like, that's not scary. I'm pretty sure I ate one just to impress the guys, to show them I wasn't scared of them. But anyway, so that's kind of a fun movie, and that's one that you can watch with all the kids and whatnot. The other film that I would say, this is more, again, older kids, or if you think your kids can handle it, if they don't get scared easily, but we were gonna do Labyrinth. Labyrinth is a fun one if you wanted to do a fun thing that you could do, like a scavenger hunt. Give your kids clues around the house, and then either end up out in the tent with the movie, or wherever you're gonna have it set up, and watch the Labyrinth. I mean, it kind of, outside in the elements in a magical world and the different things like that. But I totally think it, I have the video that talks about scary movies to watch outside, and I wouldn't say Labyrinth is scary, but it's definitely suspenseful. And that's another great thing to introduce to your kids is, there are some movies that make you nervous and on the edge of your seat and make you feel anxious and different things like that. And that's called a suspense movie. And what do we learn from suspense movies, and how we would handle ourselves in sometimes stressful, think on your feet moments and whatnot, and talk to your kids about what a suspense movie is, what your favorite suspense movie is. And that's kind of a great introduction, because there are moments that you're on your seat, like, oh, is she gonna get through there? Or how that's gonna happen? Is she gonna get her brother back? I do remember as a kid sometimes being scared by the whole taking her brother thing, but that's such a fun film. And that's one that I would recommend. So those were the last 2 movies we were gonna watch. We'll probably just watch them in the house tonight. But like I said, we did Pirates of the Caribbean, just because I thought the lighting and the outdoors and elements was gonna be fun. And then we did, what was the other one? Oh, Heavyweights. I love Heavyweights. That one is seriously my favorite. We did that outside. We did Beetlejuice, and again, that one's for older kids. It does have the F word in it once, and it is a little spookier. It is Tim Burton, so you do kind of have that scary elements or whatever. But my kids love that. They just they laughed, like, and my daughter was like, oh my gosh, Mom, you're right. You can totally tell this is a Tim Burton film. I can totally see that, because she loves that kind of stuff. She loves Goosebumps and Nightmare Before Christmas and all of those type of films. So that movie was right up her alley. I did forget to warn them that they die, though. I was like, they die in the movie. And then it's about them being ghosts. When they die early on, my kids are like, what just happened? What's going on right now? And I was like, yeah, I didn't prep you good enough for that. It's been so long since I've seen it. But anyway, so I just wanted to remind you guys that if you haven't watched, I almost said Goosebumps. If you haven't watched Beetlejuice in a while, it wouldn't hurt to watch it, so you know what to prep your kids for if that's what you're gonna watch. But yeah, I mean, that movie, Alec Baldwin, he's so young in that movie. Gina Davis, like, oh, it was so fun. It was so much fun to watch. My kids loved it. I can't wait to watch it again. I think it was when I said I rented from the library, and they're like, we have to own this. So they really, really enjoyed it, and it is fun. So anyway, those are some of the movies that I was gonna show them outdoors. Oh, one more. I'm so nervous. I kind of want to tell you this is a great outdoor movie, but I want to do a whole segment on just this, so I'll do both. I'll mention it to you, but I think I need to do a whole movie to do it justice. But Troop Beverly Hills, if you have not seen that, you are not like living. Troop Beverly Hills is the cutest, funnest, funniest movie ever. I love Troop Beverly Hills, and they're outdoors and how they handle themselves and how they rise above pressure, and you know, they're kind of the underdog, and how they handle it and how they just prove to people without necessarily putting other people down, and just different things. So that is such a fun movie, and that would be the perfect movie to watch outside or outdoors. So I probably will do a whole film on just Troop Beverly Hills sooner or later, because really it is a classic. So hope you guys are enjoying quarantine. Here's my son walking in here. He's gonna make fun of me for recording this in the kitchen. So bye.